Well, hey, third graders. I hope you're having a good day. Um, we're going to go ahead and do some reading. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just do a review of the Story Mountain. So, we talked a little bit on Wednesday about the Story Mountain, and we kind of related it to a roller coaster. We had the exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and the resolution. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do that today with Opal. Winn-Dixie, and kind of see how that plays out. Okay. So I have a pretend scenario for you. Close your eyes and try to picture it for a minute. Imagine that you're on the playground and you see an older girl push a tiny boy off a swing. There are two possible ways that the tiny boy might react. So I want you to sit, picture it in your head. Girl pushes. There's two ways that the boy might react. Okay. He lands on the ground with a thud, gets up, dusts himself off, and quietly walks away. Or he pushes the big girl with all of his might and stomps on her toes. And I could really picture this happening on the playground. Okay, so we always have two choices, right? But what's interesting in this scenario, depending on what choice the child, the boy makes, really affects him as a character. He could go with choice A and kind of just quietly go off by himself and just kind of dust it off his shoulders and just say, not going to let it bother me. Or he could go with B and retaliate, right? And remember we say two wrongs don't make a right. He's doing wrong to somebody, okay? So they really affect the character. They really change the character and they make the character who they are. And we can really relate this to Opal, okay? Let's keep going. So as we're reading Winn-Dixie, we're following a character up and down the Story Mountain. Okay. We also track the character's problems and the reactions to the problems. Okay. So he said that, so let's take a look at boy A. He turns to the person beside you. Imagine that kind of boy that he is. So think of boy A. Boy A was the one, so he just fell on the ground. He quietly walks away. Think if he was next to you. Okay. Maybe he's shy, maybe he's nervous, maybe he just thinks, I'm not going to let this bother me. Okay. Now imagine instead that he pushes the girl and stomps on her toes. What kind of boy would that be? I would say he's not very nice. I would say he sticks up for himself, but maybe he could have used his words instead. Okay. Isn't it interesting how the boy's response to the problem tells us so much about him? Okay. We learn that no matter what story we read, the main character will always saunter through life free and easy. Or I'm sorry, they will not just walk through life free and easy. Okay. Some problem, some challenge will come up. Every book has it. Every fiction book has it. Okay. And when that happens, the character response tells us a lot about them. Okay. Even characters in our stories need to make choices. These choices need to be made because of the challenges they face in our stories. Okay, so if I'm thinking about Opal's challenges, her mom's gone. Her dad's a turtle, right? And we know not a physical turtle, but he kind of just hides away when things get tough or kind of nerve-wracking, kind of hides. She's new in town. She doesn't have any friends. And the Dewberry boys tease her. So she's got lots of challenges. Some are bigger and some are smaller, right? But she's got a lot of challenges right now, okay? And it's going to be interesting to see how she reacts, okay? I know that we can, how am I going to move? There we go. Let me move this up. I know that we have experienced some ways that she has retaliated or she has, faced the problem. If she has no friends. How does she face that problem? Does she just sit and cry in her bedroom? She made friends, didn't she? And she made friends with really people that a little girl wouldn't normally make friends with. Okay. So she made friends. Okay. She opened her heart up to others. Okay. She's new in town. How does she face that? Well, again, I would say she opens her heart up to people. She accepts those that others normally don't accept. You think about Winn-Dixie is just being a kind of raggedy old dog. Miss Franny Block, Gloria Dump, Otis. They're all very not typical of a little girl to make friends with these people. But yet she does, and she's opening her heart to those people that other people don't normally open their hearts to. Dad is a turtle and doesn't open up. We haven't really talked about this much. She did face that problem head on and just asked her dad, tell me things about my mom. And as we get further through our story, we'll see that Opal will face this problem head on. And we have not tackled Mom is Gone. We haven't tackled that challenge yet. We know that she's kind of mulling over it, or she's really sad about it, and it's heavy on her heart. She hasn't solved that problem yet. She hasn't tackled it and solved it yet. Okay? So, when we think about our story mountain, we think about the exposition. That was the start of the story. We know that she's new. It's kind of that first chapter. Rising action. We are getting to know more and more about Amanda Wilkinson. We're knowing more and more about Gloria Dump and her past. It's just kind of like we're inching up that roller coaster hill. We're learning more and more about the life that she's created in Naomi, Florida. And it's leading to the climax. It's leading to her solving the problem, that main problem, the challenge of her not having her mother. So we haven't gotten there yet, but it's going to be interesting to see how she solves it. So, reading job. What I would like you to do is I would like you to set a 20-minute timer, and I would like you to go ahead and read for 20 minutes out of your fiction book. Okay? After you're done with that, you're going to go ahead into your language arts seesaw. You're going to go into your activities, and you're going to see this posted where it says 1-1422 activity due after listening to my lesson. So you're going to want to do this after you read too, I think. I want you to go ahead and read first. Oh, I did this last time. I forgot to read the directions first. We're all learners, right? So it says tap the add button. Okay, obviously find your name. Then tap the text tool to label and fill out the blank parts of the story mountain. Tap the microphone to record your thinking, and then tap the green check to add it to your journal. Okay, so I'm going to go in as my sample student, and here we go. So I am going to do mine on Winn-Dixie. You are doing yours on your fiction book. Okay, let me repeat that. I'm doing mine on Winn-Dixie, but you are doing yours on your fiction book. Okay, so introduction. We learn that Opal and her dad just moved to Naomi? I'd have to look in the book. Florida. She doesn't have any friends. Okay, click over there. I'm going to make this a lot smaller. She also doesn't know much about her mother. Okay, so now I'm going to move that because that is the introduction. That's the exposition. Okay, I'm going to go to the text tool again. So what event could I say first? Well, I think first we need to talk about Winn-Dixie. Opal was buying groceries and saw a stray dog. She announced that the dog was hers. She then had to ask her dad to keep it. Okay? Again, that was a pretty big event that Opal faced. I would say that's one of the first biggest events that she faced. The second, if you're thinking, I wish that I could hear your thoughts, but I'm thinking in my head that the second big event was Opal asks her dad to tell her facts about her mom. She memorizes these.
Mommy.
She memorizes these important facts. So she memorizes these important facts. And she does it because she didn't ever want to remember, she doesn't ever want to forget her mom. I'm going to go ahead and put that as the second event. Now, I don't know. The big event I would say is her not knowing her mom, but we haven't gotten to that climax yet. We haven't gotten to the point where she tackles and solves the problem head on. So the rest of my story mountain is going to be left blank, and that's because I haven't gotten there yet. However, depending on where you're at in your book, you might be down at the solution, or you might be at the conclusion. Maybe you finished your book today. Okay? Maybe you're only on the second event. Okay? It really depends on where you're at in your story and how far your author has gone through the story mountain. Okay? Then when you're done, you'll go ahead and click the green check. And there it is. It's all done. Okay? These are going to be your activities for today. Just the math and the reading. As always, please, 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 I will be on the Google link. If you have questions, join it. You don't have to be on all day. Ask away. I can help. And then you can leave. And then you're done for the day. Okay? It was really just for review. I think the Story Mountain could be a little tricky, so I think it's good to have a second review of it. But hopefully it wasn't any new learning. It was just kind of remembering what you already know. Hope you have a great day. Can't wait to see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.